my name is Reka. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial series, we are building this super cute mushroom house together. And in this episode, we are adding some extras such as the lamp and the fence to our scene. This is a fairly easy follow along tutorial, but if you're completely new to Blender, I also have a beginner course called 4 Fun Project in Blender 5 for absolute beginners. It is currently $9.99. It has a 60% discount for this month. So if you want to learn the basics first, you can check out the link in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. So let's get started. This is almost where we left off last time, but unfortunately my Blender has crashed, so I had to recreate the windows. So it might look a little bit different than the one I built in the video, but I tried to recreate it as much as possible. So let's press 1 on your numpad to go to front view, and I'm going to start with the lamp, which I'm going to place somewhere here. So shift right click to move your 3D cursor somewhere around here, and I'm going to go back to solid view. It's easier to model. Press Shift A to add mesh, and let's add a cylinder. Before you scale it down, bring up this menu and change the vertices to, let's say, 6. And now we can press S to scale down our cylinder to around this size. So that looks great. Ctrl A to apply the scale, and then we can tab into edit mode. Go to vertex mode with 1 on your keyboard. Here, turn on X-ray. You can also press Alt Z, and that will take you in and out of X-ray mode. And I'm going to select all these vertices here at the bottom and press S to scale just a little bit like that. And then select all the top vertices and press S to scale to make them a little bit bigger like that. Now 3 to go to face mode. Press A to select all, and then shift select this top one and shift select the bottom one. So all the faces around are selected, and press I to inset and I again, and that will inset the individual faces like this. So that's great. I'll come out of X-ray mode so you can see a little bit better. And now what we want to do is to extrude them inwards. So press Alt E, extrude along the normals, and you can see you can bring them out or pull them inwards like that. So that's what we want. So that's great. Now back to face mode with 3 and select this top face. Press E to extrude and S to scale because we want it to be a little bit bigger. So you can see extruded it outwards. 1 on your numpad to go to front view, and E to extrude again, S to scale, E to extrude, and S to scale. And that's pretty much it. That's our little lamp done. Now we can also insert this face. So press I to insert it to around this size. Back to front view and press E to extrude. So it will have this little bit that it can hang off of. So that's great. Now let's tap back into object mode. And I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just as to scale it down just a little bit like that. Shift right click to move your 3D cursor there and press Shift A to add mesh, add the cube. S to scale it down until it's about this size. S to scale it on the X, make it nice and long. Maybe S to scale a little bit more, scale on the X, and then G and X and move it somewhere here. Let's go to top view. Let's just have a look. G and Y to move it to the center like that. So that's great. We can also press Ctrl A to apply the scale and tab back into edit mode and just bevel the edges. So Ctrl B and just add 1 extra bevel so it's not that sharp. So that's great. And now let's move our 3D cursor here. So shift right click to move it there. Press Shift A to add mesh and add another cube. S to scale it down like so. S to scale on the Z like that. Maybe make it just a little bit smaller. It's kind of going to dig into the mushroom house, so it's fine if it's a little bit thicker. And just have a look. And I think S to scale on the Y to make it a little bit wider. Ctrl A to apply the scale, and again we can just press Ctrl B in edit mode just to add an extra edge to it so it's a little bit smoother like so. And also this one G and Z so it doesn't dig into the lamp as much. So box select everything. Press the slash key on your numpad to isolate these objects. Go to side view with 3 on your numpad and just select this cube we added last and press G and Y and align it to the middle, somewhere like that. And then you can press the slash key again to come out of isolation mode. Now, let's select it once more, everything. Go to front view with one on your numpad and press G to move it somewhere here. Let's go to side view, press G and Y to move it around here. And then top view, but we want to go to X-ray mode so we can see where we place our lamp. Press R to rotate it like so, and press G and move it somewhere here. So you can see it's hanging out like that, but this one we can press R to rotate and align it with the mushroom. So it digs in, and then just this one, G, X, X, and move it backwards, and that should be fine. So come out of X-ray mode, and that looks great. So this is going to be the lamp. Before we go any further, I'm going to box select everything up here. So you can see I selected all the dots and the mushroom. Let's go back to front view with one on your numpad and press Shift D to duplicate it and bring it to the side somewhere here, and press S to scale it down nice and small. And then we can bring it down here, and let's do another duplicate. So Shift D to duplicate and bring it here. So now we can have two little mushrooms on the side of the mushroom house. Actually, I'll move them out of the way. So box select and G and X so they don't get in the way. Now let's build a fence. Move your 3D cursor somewhere around here. So Shift right click, and that will snaps your 3D cursor here. Press Shift A to add mesh, and we'll add another cube. S to scale it down to around this size. S to scale on the Z, and let's make it a little bit bigger. And I think it's a little bit too thick, so S to scale, Shift Z, let's make it about this big. Press G and Z to move it here. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor, so the origin point will be there. So now if you scale it, it will scale from that point. But I think it's quite tall enough. So press Ctrl A to apply the scale, and let's step into edit mode. And what we'll do, first of all, let's bevel it. So Ctrl B to bevel, let's add an extra edge. And then Ctrl R, and let's edit 3 extra edge loops. Alt click on one of these edges to select the whole edge loop like that. And what we want is press R to rotate it, and maybe just G to move it a little bit. And then Alt click on this one, R to rotate it, and then this one, R to rotate it. So it's a bit wobbly like this. We can also press G from a different angle. So it's absolutely up to you, but I don't want it to be too straight. So that's great. Let's step back into object mode. I think I'll press S to scale once more and Shift Z just to make it a little bit thinner. And then what I'll do is, let's just move the screen a little bit. I'll press Shift D to duplicate it, move it on the X-axis, RZ 90, just to turn it around so it's not the same as the other one. And then Shift D to duplicate it once more, X, and move it on the X-axis somewhere around here. So that's great. And RZ 90, so it's different. So that's great. Now let's duplicate it once more. So Shift D to duplicate this one, RY 90, G and Z to move it up somewhere here. S to scale on the X so it overlaps with the other one, and maybe R to rotate it just a little bit like so, and S to scale on the Y to make it a little bit thinner, and then maybe S to scale on the Z to make it thicker like that, so it's a plank. Let's duplicate it once more. So Shift D to duplicate, let's bring it here, and then R to rotate it, and that's it. That's pretty much our little fence done. Now we can head to the shading workspace. Turn off X-ray and go to rendered view. Zoom out a little bit. Click on this fence. Let's color the fence first. Edit a new material, call it fence. And the color I gave to my fence was this one. So if you want to copy the color code, this is what you need, and just turn up the roughness all the way to 1. And then let's select all of them. So hold down Shift and click on all of them, and make sure that you select the colored one last. Ctrl L, link materials, and that colors all of them. Okay, great. Now let's select this little plank here. Edit a new material, call it lamp wood, just to make sure you distinguish it. And let's edit a brown color, a little bit darker than the rest of it. That's fine. And pull up the roughness all the way to 1. Select this one and shift select this one, Control L, link materials. And then let's click on the lamp, edit a new material, call it lamp metal. Now for this one, all I did is just pull down this slider a little bit, make it nice and dark like so. And then with the metallic, I pulled it all the way up to 1 because it's a metal material. And then with the roughness, I don't want it to be too shiny, so I pulled it up to about 0.6. So that's great. Now I want to edit a new slot. So go to your slot, edit a new slot, add slot to a new material, call it lamp light. And for lamp light, let's go to the emission, choose the color and click on the eyedropper and move it here. So it adds it the same color as the window, but I might just change it to a little bit more orangey, more saturated, something like this. So it's not exactly the same color. And for the strength, let's set it to 15. And now if you tab into edit mode, 3 to go to face mode, and let's press the slash key on your numpad to isolate your object. And then just holding down shift, you want to select these faces, the one we extruded inwards. And then just go to the lamp light material and assign it. So that looks great. Tap back into object mode and press the slash key. So that's the lamp done and the fence done. We can go back to the layout workspace and go to rendered view just to have a look. So that's great. In the next part of this tutorial series, we are going to do the environment. So we will build some grass, some rocks, and the platform where the little mushroom house is standing on. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes, and I will see you in the next one.